We're so happy to have you here today. It's morning in Texas. Good morning from Texas, but I know that it may be evening or some other time where you are. So thank you for joining us at the end of your Friday. And I'm not sure about whether or not where you live, there's a Saturday workday or Friday's your last workday. But for us, it's our last workday of the week or school day of the week. So we like to say TGIF, which is thank God it's Friday. Thank you for being with us today. My name is Lisa Hollinger. I'm the Assistant Director of Marketing and Outreach for the College of Information. And I'd also like to introduce another staff member who's here with us today, which is Sandy Edgar. And Sandy, if you want to introduce yourself.
Good morning. I work with Lisa, and we're glad to have you all here. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm admitting people, so I'll hand it back to you, Lisa, for a moment.
Yes, and Sandy is our communications officer. So the two of us work closely together to handle student services and among many, many other things. But we would love to have you reach out to us if you need help with anything once you're here in the fall, or even if before you get here, if you need something, you can reach out. And if we don't have the answers to your questions, we can certainly direct you to the people who will. I'm going to wait on introducing the student panel because the students can introduce themselves when it's their turn to speak. So before we get started, I wanted to tell you all that this may look like a lot of people, but we actually have 1,000 graduate students admitted for fall. That's a lot, right? 1,000. So today, 100 of you decided to join us for this meeting, or at least registered for the meeting. I can see we don't have all 100 here yet. So you're special and you're smart because you're going to get really useful information today that's going to help you along your way once you get here. And it's smart to get it in your mind before you get here and not have to learn it all once you're here, because it can be overwhelming. And I'm sure the students can attest to that on the student panel. And then also before we start, I'd like to remind you that we do have a schedule for pre-arrival meetings. And Sandy, if you don't mind dropping that schedule in the chat, I want you all to know that next Friday, we don't have a big meeting, but we do have the opportunity, if you're interested, to meet with me or Sandy for visa practice. If you're nervous about going for your visa interview, we cannot advise you about what you should or shouldn't say, but we can help you practice your answers just as maybe just a sounding board. So if you're interested in that, please email me. If you didn't get the email, I sent an email about 3 weeks ago about that, and all the instructions are in that email. But if you've been admitted since that email went out, please email me directly. And if you don't mind dropping my email in the chat, Sandy, I'll give you the instructions and you can decide if you want to do it or not. Two of the admitted students who are here today have already done it. So, and it was fun. They got to have one-on-one time with me, and you can either get one-on-one time with me or with Sandy. Okay, so let's get started with our poll. I want to know what majors you all are. So we have a big group here. We don't know you very well yet. So I'm going to launch a poll. And when you see it, I want you to answer, which major are you?
Lisa, would you mind repeating the instructions again? A few more people just joined.
Sure. So I just launched a poll because we want to know which major you're joining in the fall that you've been admitted to. So please choose your major on the poll. I can see that 75% have already answered the question, 27 out of 36. So there may just be a few more of you that need to answer. And then once we know what majors we have here, then we'll ask perhaps for you all to share your major in the chat. Especially considering that we clearly have a lot of data science majors and also health informatics and some information science, but perhaps only one learning technologies major. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and, oh, we still have a few answering. Let me give it 30 seconds, then I'll stop the poll. So go ahead and get it answered if you haven't answered yet. Okay, I'm going to end the poll and we'll get just a general idea of who is here with us today. Here are the results. Do you see them? Everyone sees them? Okay, so you can see we have 20 students who've been admitted into the data science major, so congratulations. We have 3 that have been admitted into the information science major, congratulations. And of course, they could be concentrating in information systems, or they could be concentrating in health informatics, or they could be doing the general program. And we have 1 who's in the learning technologies department, congratulations, and 9 who are in the health informatics program. And I just want to remind you that this is just a 1% sample, no, 10%, sorry, my math is not that good, 10% sample of, although there's not 100 people here. So actually it's maybe a 5% sample of all the graduate students who've been admitted for the fall. So, take the data. Data is only as good as how we understand it, right? Okay, so if you are the learning technologies admitted student, could you drop your name in the chat? Because Astrid is a learning technologies student, and perhaps the 2 of you could connect. So if you don't mind dropping your name in the chat, learning technology student, while the learning technology student is getting their name dropped in the chat, how about the information science students? We have 3. So please put oh, Melissa, welcome. Okay, so Melissa Alvarez is in the chat. Astrid, that's your same department. And then how about the information science students? Put your name and your major in the chat for information science, and perhaps also your concentration. And then the data science students can come next. And then go ahead, health informatics students. And I'm curious to know the masters in health informatics. Okay, so we've got some data science students dropping their names in. I think Nishith might be the one that I met with previously. Lots of, there's the information science, data science, information science. I'm curious about the health informatics majors, if they are planning to do the information science with a health informatics concentration, or if they're doing the full MS in health informatics, because we have both options, right? So feel free to drop that in the chat too. It's interesting to see. Lots of data science majors. You might know, I don't know, student panel, do you know this? That our data science program, our Masters of Data Science program, was just named number 2 after Harvard in the country by Fortune magazine as best program. So, but don't worry, the health informatics program and the information science program are also in the top 20 of the nation, and the learning technologies program is voted as one of the best online programs in the country. We have a lot of rankings, and you can check them out on our website. Okay.
Sarah, would you mind giving instructions again? We've just had several more people join.
Okay, and I'm giving instructions for
not your name in the chat with your major.
Okay, yeah. So thank you. So we already did the poll, so we're not going to redo the poll, but put your name in the chat with your major. So I see somebody who wrote health data analytics. That's actually not one of our majors. I assume you mean health informatics, perhaps. But you can confirm with me if you want to email me. Anyone who's confused about anything I say today, just email me. I'm happy to answer your emails. Okay, well, it's really nice to meet you all. I'm going to stop that poll and I'm going to start a new poll. So here is our new poll. I'm curious what resources, the title of this meeting is COI resources, but College of Information is not the only entity that has resources for you. The University of North Texas has resources for you, and your departments also have resources for you. So I'm curious, which resources are most important to you? I've just launched the poll, and if you could, you're allowed to mark up to 3. I said it that way. Let's hope technology is my friend today. So go ahead and choose some resources that are important to you. You all can see the poll? Okay, people are starting to answer now. Oh. So looks like we have about 49 people in the room, about half of who registered are here. And they're answering. About half of them have answered now. I also see we have someone in the chat who says their major is computer science. Maybe they've been admitted to 2 programs. Maybe they were admitted to our program and the College of Engineering program, and they got an email from me because I only emailed the people on our admitted student list. So okay, looks like 36 out of 46 have answered. Now 39, great. So go ahead and take your chance to answer now. I'm about to end the poll. Oh, okay, looks like we've got 40 out of 46, and I'm going to go ahead and stop the poll and share the results. So as you can see, there's a wide variety of resources that are important to students, admitted students. Oh, nobody wanted the food pantry. Y'all want to buy your own food. That's fine. That's good. That means that you have the financial resources. But we do have 2 food pantries at UNT, one here in Discovery Park and one at it's called the Kroger Food Pantry over on main campus. And if you find yourself in a financial bind, those are available to all of you. Health center, I'm surprised not that many people chose the health center. I love the health center. The gym and recreation center also love that. So it looks like maybe scholarship opportunities and on-campus job opportunities are the 2 most important ones. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Now we're going to move on to the student panel. I feel so fortunate that I reached out and asked these students to join us this morning, and they all agreed, even though it's 8 a.m., 8:11 a.m. now here in the United States, in Texas. So thank you so much. And we're going to start with Carter, because Carter does have a hard stop date time that he needs to leave. So Carter, if you want to unmic and then share your student experience. And the students that are, the admitted students who have joined us, if Carter says something that you want to ask a question about, feel free to drop a question in the chat. And when he's finished, we'll get to those questions. So take it away, Carter.
Hello, everybody. My name is Carter Smith. I am studying. I'm split between linguistics and information science, but my primary concentration is in computational linguistics. I know I didn't see any linguistic majors in the poll, but I'm very much still a part of the College of Information, familiar with some of the resources. I have served as a research assistant for about a year now, alongside Dr. Frederick Hartman, who's the computational linguistics professor here. And then before that, I worked as a student assistant in our Willis Library, in the main library on campus. And so I saw that a lot of you seemed to show some interest in on-campus employment. I'm going to say that there are a lot of great places to work on campus, things like that. Like, I know I started in the library. That was an excellent place to get to know a lot of the campus resources working there, get to know a lot of people involved on the campus, because that's also a really great benefit of working on campus is you get to know more people. And there are plenty of great job opportunities out there. And in terms of those of you who mentioned more wanting to get involved in research, and I've been a research assistant, I can say that the biggest thing for me that's helped me kind of forward that part of my student career has been getting involved with my professors. I know that the faculty here in the College of Information is incredible. There are lots of wonderful faculty members who are ready to engage and work with you on your own projects, and like doing things like going to professors' office hours and really engaging with course material will put you in mind for them when they have an opportunity where they need a teaching assistant, where they need a research assistant. And once they see that you have that drive and that interest in whatever your field is, that's a great way to earn some of those opportunities. I think it's wonderful that everyone has come out here, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay, Carter, it looks like there is one question in the chat. I'm not sure. Oh, it's directly to me. Yeah. So, or to us, the panelists.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you can answer this question or not. I'm not sure I have an answer to this question. So remember that these are student experiences that we're listening to, and we'll try our best to answer questions. But if you have a question that's kind of like more data focused, it may be we may have to do some research. But what do you think, Carter? Based on your experience, what are the chances of getting an on-campus job in the first semester that you're here?
I mean, I couldn't give an exact probability or
Of
anything like
course
that.
not.
I only have my single anecdotal piece of evidence. But I think I don't think it's unrealistic. I did. Um, and so I think if you keep kind of if you're too narrow about what opportunities you're looking for, it's gonna be harder to get them, and especially if some things are more competitive than others. But if you keep kind of a little bit more broad your horizons and what opportunities you're willing to go after, um, I think there's a fairly reasonable chance.
Okay, thank you. Any other students in the panel that raise your hand if you tried to get an on-campus job and you got an on-campus job? Astrid? Mhm. So, Venkata, did you ever try to get an on-campus job?
Yeah, I'm working in the Snap Kitchen from the last 2 semesters from fall 2023.
Okay, so Venkata also got an on-campus job, maybe not the first semester, but shortly
Yeah.
thereafter. Yeah. And how about you, Pratap? Did you ever try to get an on-campus job, and did you? Hold on. Sorry.
I did not give some like good efforts. Maybe I did not get still.
Okay. And how about you, Hua? Hua, you're not local, are you?
No, I'm online, so didn't try to look for a job. Though if there was a remote job, I would look for it.
Okay, yeah. And by the way, Handshake is where you go to look for jobs, right? So if you're on Handshake regularly and looking regularly and applying as soon as jobs open, that increases your chances. Okay, so thank you, Carter, and feel free to stay as long as you want or log out when you're ready, because I know you want to be there to support your friends. And let's all give Carter a round of applause and thank him. Okay. Let's move on to Astrid.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, my name is Astrid Quiroga. I started as an international student. My situation has changed, but I can relate with your experience of coming here as an international student. I'm in the Learning Technologies program. I'm a graduate student for that program, and I'm also a graduate assistant for the Online Student Experience Department. So talking about jobs on campus, it's like an awesome opportunity. I applied through Handshake, and also one of the greatest things of being involved directly with the university is like you can apply your skills or just polish your skills in a real work environment, also connect with a ton of people on campus. And yes, I mean, I'm an online student, and even though I was able to get that job on campus, so that's a great opportunity for you to connect in person with the university and being part of all these amazing programs that they offer here. I'm also the events coordinator for the LTech Student Association that we just started. So yeah, being part of an association is a great opportunity to connect with other people that are working towards a similar goal. And yes, that's kind of like the basics of what I can say from my experience. And feel free to ask any questions. I'll be happy to answer those. And yeah, take advantage of all the resources you have at your disposal and the people that are available to you to help. So yeah, don't be shy about asking questions. Ask all the questions you have.
Okay, thank you, Astrid. And I think that
pleasure.
not only, like you said, it's a good way to get connected being in a student organization and being in leadership, it's also a great way to build leadership skills and
Definitely.
build up your resume. You know, when you start looking for an internship or you start looking for a job, you might be thinking, well, what can I even put on this resume to make me stand out? And that's one thing you can do. And of course, working on campus, being a research assistant, doing poster presentations like Carter has done and other types of research and presentations, and working under a professor that gets you stuff for your resume too. If you have a question for Astrid, admitted students, please drop it in the chat and Astrid will be happy to answer that for you. You can write, Astrid, and then your question. But while we're waiting for any questions, oh, Melissa says she has not heard of Handshake. Does anyone have a link? Yes, because if you already have your UNT ID, your EU ID, you can already create an account inside handshake. And I think Sandy's going to get, there it is. It's going to get you a link. Excellent question, Melissa. Okay, let's move on and have Pratap, you want to go ahead and explain who you are and what resources you've used?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Pratap, and my major's in health informatics. Many are asking about the scholarships and assistantships, so I want to talk about it first. So regarding scholarships, I was trying from my like right from India, uh, trying to get some scholarships, but I couldn't get it for the first semester and second, but for the third and fourth, I just got it. I'm very happy. And so like don't think about the scholarships and don't worry about it. You're gonna get it maybe after a semester or two, but you need to know how you should apply and where you should search the resources. I would suggest you to go to the Eagle portal for the scholarships and do a general application first and then search separately for the College of Information COI in the search box so that you can get a lot of options there and apply individually, writing some essays and all. So you have the lot of probability of getting a scholarship. And regarding the assistantships, it's competitive, but you can try if you have some prior knowledge, some experience. You should go and contact the professor that you are interested to, and that's completely on your side. And regarding other things like internships, some of them clicked on internships. So I want to tell you about it. Like I started applying for the internships right from like end of the first semester, and I got one. I'm happy to share with you all. Like it depends on your persistence. Like if I would have tried for the call like on-campus jobs and all, I would have not never cracked it because it depends on your priorities, what you need and all. Like I just wanted this internship very badly, so I did my research a lot on it, and I finally did it. And one more thing is I'm part of Health Informatics Student Organization, Vice President, and uh, Venkatasai Srinivas is the president of this organization, and we are happy to say that we have started the organization just this semester and trying to help health informatics students and organize some seminars and all, and want to help in their career aspects and all. Uh, that's all I can tell you, but there are a lot of resources and all. I can't talk all like about all of them because it's gonna take a lot of time. Thank you so much. You can always reach out to me. That's the questions I have on the chat box, so I talked about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Pratap. And did you want to mention the ambassador program that you're part of?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I'm part of College of Information ambassador. Lisa is gonna like take us to the some seminars and all. We would like it would be very interesting for me, but I missed one of it. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I mean, you are students first and then ambassadors second.
I have a lot of things this semester, so I would have attended that too. And,
Well, Pratap, you already earned your kudos for helping us because you came to that UNT preview event. You know, we had a UNT preview event for incoming students to recruit, and Pratap was there for 2 hours. I think you spent 2 hours talking to students, and it was hot and it was crowded. And so we really appreciated your help at that event.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. If you have a question for Pratap, please put it in the chat and he'll get back to it. But let's go ahead and move on to Venkata, since you mentioned him.
So hi everyone. So my name is Venkata Sai Srinivas Pulivarti. So I'm graduating this semester in my master's in health informatics. So first of all, thank you for this meeting and all incoming graduate students for the fall 2024. So I want to tell that I'm the president of the Health Informatics Student Organization. So there are like plenty of opportunities like on-campus teaching assistants and research assistants. So just I want to add, like, because Pratap has mentioned everything of all the TAs on-campus jobs, internships and everything. Just I'll add like a couple of things like do more research works, publish more papers, try to get like more knowledge on the programming languages that we use for the health informatics, kind of like SQL, R, Python, and everything. Lisa has mentioned starting before that, build a good resume, right? So try to build a good resume with all the good experiences. It might be anything, working as any leadership qualities in India. I think most of the health informatics students might come from the pharmacy background, dental background, and MB like medical background, right? Like doctors, everything. So working in any medical sector can help this experience also, because if a professor wants the person who works as a like dental doctor with IT professional, so that be helpful for the professor to hire you as a TA also, so that will help him. So the other things I want to add on that. So we have a good director, Dr. Anna Cleveland. She's very supportive with everyone. So you can mail her. I mean, when you come to the on to the campus and the classes starts, we'll definitely will be having an orientation. So on that day you can have interaction with him with her, so that she'll help you with all the guidance and all the scholarships, everything, and the TS also.
Thank you so much, Venkata. If any of you have a question for Venkata, just drop it in the chat. Yeah, he made a good point about getting a good relationship with your professors right away. If you show them, hey, look, I'm here and I'm doing my work and I want to present and I want to do research and I'm in class every day and I'm doing a good job on my projects, you have chances in the future to get positions with them. And Dr. Anna Cleveland just won the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Texas Library Association. I think Hua was there. Were you there when she won it? Yeah, okay. And I didn't get to see it. I was running the booth, so I was doing the grunt work while you all celebrated, but I did get to see her later, so that was wonderful. I'm going to hand it over now to Hua so that she can tell you about the library science program and what resources she as a library science student has used.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hua, and I'm an online library sciences student. I've had wonderful experiences at UNT, including being sponsored by a faculty member to attend this year's Texas Library Conference in San Antonio. And so during the conference, I volunteered at the UNT booth along with Lisa and several others. And I was able to meet alumni, classmates, advisors, and professors. That's special to me because I am an online student and I wasn't sure if I would actually see anybody in person ever. So that was especially heartwarming, and listening to librarians, authors, and experts during the conference. I've also joined UNT's mentoring program. So I was matched with two different alumni librarians, one in the fall and one in the spring. And so that's really helped me to understand how to apply what I've learned in my classes with real world situations. So that's been fun. And some of you did mention scholarships. And so it was through recommendation letters from UNT professors and through my alumni mentors that I was able to receive a few scholarships that covered 75% of my tuition this spring and the summer. So that was really nice being funded on that. And also, for what scholarships I applied to the UNT College of Information and also to professional associations. For library science, that would be the Texas Library Association and the American Library Association, and there's tons other out there. So take time to apply, check deadlines, and some ask for personal essays. So work on those writing skills, and I think our writing center too can help you with editing and things like that. So I felt very supported by UNT, especially through the editing and just also through Handshake, because you get emails about job opportunities and internship postings. And for library science, you have to do a practicum. So I was a little worried, like, where I'm going to find one. But I know that when that time comes, there's either something there I could find or maybe something locally. And what else? Oh, there's also online student experiences for anybody who's going to be doing online studies. There's like drop-in Zoom times with faculty or volunteer activities or speaker series that are in person and online. So one activity I did this semester was we wrote letters to residents at a long-term care facility. So that was fun, getting their names and being able to write short letters to them to encourage them. So So even though I'm online, I do feel like I'm part of a community, and everyone at UNT has really been supportive and connecting with me. So any questions, feel free to ask.
Yes, that's so wonderful to hear, Hua. I do often worry about our 100% online students, that I want them to feel connected. And one of our ambassadors is even a 100% online student. Well, Tom, his name's Tom. He's a BAAS in learning technologies, and he's in San Antonio. So he just joins us. He helps us with our virtual events, and there are a lot of virtual events. But the bulk of you that are here in this meeting will be at least 2/3 on campus, probably some kind of hybrid situation. Pratap and Venkata, can you speak to that at all? Like, how many classes did you take in person each semester, and how many did you have online?
So, so we're international students, right? So as per the USIC recommendations and the the UNT recommendations, we need to take like at least 2 offline classes and 1 in-person class.
Okay,
So
great. And the online class, you took some online classes and you were able to feel connected to your classmates and professors in those classes, like Hua
yeah,
and Astrid have said. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we've been talking a lot about resources and how important they are, and that's good information for you to have. But I also have some fun questions for the student panel. So I would like to ask the student panel to think about, what is your favorite building on campus? You know, there's lots of buildings on campus. Some of them are beautiful. If you're not here, like Hua's not here, she may not have a favorite building. But if you have a favorite building on campus, please unmic and share it with us.
My favorite one is the library because it's a unique one compared to other universities maybe because it doesn't only have the books or the computers. It also offers some Xbox, PlayStation, and all the stuff. So we would have fun as well as some study stuff. I would love to go to the library and get some camera or some kind of movies and all. Sometimes when the weekend comes up, so we would always think about it. So my favorite one is the library.
Excellent. Thank you, Pratap. I also like the library. They just remodeled it well, not just. I was a student here a while back. I won't say how long ago. And it's been remodeled and it's gorgeous now, of course. I do see a question in the chat that I want to go ahead and answer real quick. It's for Nishit. It's, should we register for the mentee application? And what I would like to tell all of you admitted students is, if you're definitely going to be here in the fall, go ahead and register for the mentee application for the mentorship program. If you're still trying to decide what you're going to do for the fall, or maybe, I mean, I know you're working on getting your visas. Hopefully that'll be very smooth for you. Or if you do register now as a mentee and then you find out that you're postponing your arrival to the spring or to the following fall, just let me know so that when it comes time to connect you with a mentor, I'm not searching for you everywhere. Okay, and then what about anyone else have a favorite building they want to talk about?
In addition to the library on the Denton campus, I love the Union. I mean, you get a lot of you get everything there. You have music, jazz music, you know, UNT is pretty strong in jazz, but you have amazing food, spaces for hang out with your friends, or just to study spaces as well. It's just so complete, and I mean, it's just a great space to connect with your friends and just have a spare time from your classes. And it's an easy commute from Discovery Park, where the College of Information is mainly, right? And yeah, just a ride over there using the public transportation that is included for you all. You don't have to pay any extra for it. So yeah, take advantage of that. That's one of the coolest places.
Yeah, I agree. Also, they completely tore down and rebuilt the Union while I was teaching here over in the international department. And it definitely is much nicer than it used to be. I think the original one had been built in the 70s, so no technology at all. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Your favorite place to eat on campus? And I'm sorry, Hua, this is not related to you. Or maybe your favorite place to eat in Texas, because of course Texas is a different place than where you live now. So let's hear your favorite places to eat. Who wants to share?
Obviously Chick-fil-A. Maybe like most of the Indians like Chick-fil-A a lot here.
What is it about Chick-fil-A that's so good?
I don't know, maybe the spicy sandwich that's good.
Okay.
And the nuggets.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, I like the Fuzzy's taco, with
Me
the soft
too.
tacos, so that will be good.
Yeah,
And the
fuzzy
veg
tacos.
and the veg quesadilla will be very good.
Yeah, and do you both find there's plenty of, if you don't eat meat, are there plenty of veg options here?
Yeah, there are plenty of vegetarian options. So even in the food court, we have like the pizza, Maya's pizzas, the sautés, which we can prepare all the pastas, right? And we have the board side where you can prepare the sandwiches and subways and everything. For who like to take the Korean and Japanese food, they have the sushis also. And we have the Indian food like the chicken tikka masala, paneer butter masala, and aloo gobi masala, which we prepare in the Snap Kitchen.
Yes, and here at Discovery Park, we have some students who, I think it's students who prepare Indian food for the buffet each day. It goes fast. If you don't get there at 11, 11:30 before lunch, you're not going to get some because once it's gone, it's gone. Then you're stuck with a hamburger or a chicken sandwich, maybe. What about you, Astrid?
The dining services all over campus, I mean, it's been ranked one of the best all over the nation.
True.
And they have all kinds of food, anything you want. I mean, from like they mentioned before, Pratap and Venkata, vegetarian, all meats options, Italian, you name it. We have it all.
Mm-hmm. And Hua, what about Texas eating? What's the best thing to eat in Texas, or what do you like eating in Texas?
So, I mean, you have to say if you're a meat eater, you're going to be eating Texas barbecue. I mean, hands down, everybody knows about it. It's like an internationally known cuisine, right? Everybody wants to either try brisket or ribs or something, and there's plenty of options in Dallas and Denton for all of that.
Great. And then Tex-Mex is another big option here in Texas, Yeah, no Buc-ee's. That's right. Sandy, we had a whole talk about Buc-ee's the other day. So Tex-Mex is, Mexican food that's got a Texas flavor to it. Basically, it's been, it's on the border type food. And then, so it's not traditional Mexican from Mexico City, but it's delicious. And we also, I live in Frisco, and we have so many Indian restaurants in Frisco, and every single one I've tried is delicious. So I'm not sure north, south, east, west, central. To me, it all just tastes good. Okay. There was a question in the chat about the cybersecurity and health informatics. Venkata or Pratap, have you had any guest speakers about cybersecurity in health informatics, or have you heard any statistics on cybersecurity and health informatics and how much that field is growing?
Present, there is a good growth in the cybersecurity for the healthcare sector. So because in the last week, I think so, in the last month or in the month of January, there is a cybersecurity attack on the United Health insurance. There is a loss of like $1 billion, I think so. 1 billion loss of the United Health. So we have a main course, one of the main important course in the guided electives, I think so, the 5737 is in cybersecurity. So that students with health informatics can register for that course and they can learn more from Dr. Tyson. He's a professor for that.
Yes, and I heard that we have actually 5 cybersecurity courses going on in the fall, some of them online, some of them in person, because it's become so popular.